tabby cat.
Tabby cat.
Yep, I like it. Okay. Now you can just look at me. You don't have to look at the camera.
Okay.
First question is simple. Can you state and spell your name for me?
Okay. Amy Styles, and that's spelled AMYSTYLES.
Thank you, ma'am. And can you state your position with Young Williams Animal Center?
I am Director of Marketing and Volunteer Services.
And okay, can you tell me about some of the animal? Would you call them victims?
Well, no, we just call them our pets, our companion pets, animals.
Okay, would you tell me about some of the pets that you get into the center?
Okay. Young Williams Animal Center is the official shelter for Knox County. So we get a variety of animals in throughout the year. The good news is where there used to be numbers upwards of 18, 19, even 20,000 a year. Last year in 2014, we took in a little over 12,000. Primarily dogs and cats, but also birds and some other companion pets. We think the reason our numbers are decreasing is because of our efforts to spay neuter.
And can you tell me about just like some special animals that maybe you've gotten in that maybe a special case? I'm trying to focus on animal cruelty.
Oh.
So maybe just a special case that you got in with them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, buddy. We take in animals that are stray, that perhaps a good Samaritan may pick up and bring in, and we also take in animals that are brought to us by animal control. And of course, it is the City of Knoxville's Police Department or Knox County Sheriff Department that acts as the governing body over cases of animal abuse or animal neglect. We are not a legal body, but we are the custodian. So when animal control picks up an animal or investigates a case where of suspected animal abuse or cruelty or just neglect, they bring those animals to us. Our veterinarian checks them, provides any medical care that's necessary, and then we house them while the courts or the legal system is making a determination or disposition of where these animals should go. Should they be returned to the owner if the cases are dropped, or if there is actually a case that is and the person is found guilty of animal neglect or cruelty, then the court system will award the animals to us and they become our animals, and that's when we move them to the adoption floor where we handle the adoption, where they can find their forever home with a family where they're going to be taken good care of.
And can you tell me about just what are some inclinations of someone who, like, for instance, if I was to see an animal across the street that I suspected to be treated cruelly, how would I go about getting them to Young Williams?
We do have people who call us and want to know, how do I report a suspected case of animal neglect? And the thing to do is to call either animal control of the city or Knoxville, depending on where you live. And we have those numbers on our website, and they're also on, of course, the City of Knoxville and Knox County website. But you should always call animal control of your county or your community and have them come and investigate.
And can you tell me about just I'm trying to think. Is there
It's okay.
what other sorts of animals do you get in? You said you get some birds, but like mostly what cases do you get in? Do you get strays or those animals that are mistreated?
Right. Most of the animals and most of the dogs and cats that we receive are either owner surrendered, which means that the owner can no longer take care of them. Either they've had a change in their job status or something, or it's good Samaritans who find a homeless or a stray animal, and even animal control. Most of the animals they bring to us are simply strays. So the good news is we don't get a lot of cases brought to us of neglect or cruelty. If there are, they are brought to us, and I don't have a number, but of 12,000 animals a year, I'd say 75% of those are lost strays, homeless. We don't really know why they don't have a home that are brought to us.
Well, I actually just talked to Jeff Owenby, who is the Knox County Commissioner, and he is strengthening an ordinance for animals in extreme weather conditions. So what it does is it just kind of gives rules. So I think that might be a reason why you guys don't get a lot of animal neglect cases, because there haven't actually been rules instated. It's kind of like they're just broad guidelines, and so animal control hasn't been able to enforce these laws. So, in your opinion, what do you think would count as animal cruelty or animal neglect? Or, better yet, what do you think counts as animal care?
Oh, animal care.
That might be
Okay.
easier.
Well, yes. We are, it's very important to us to educate the community about taking care of their animals. Because more than anything, we want animals to be in their homes. We don't want animals to come here. This is the last place we want you to bring your animal. So what we recommend in any sort of cold or just unfavorable weather conditions, just treat your animals like you would yourself. If you're cold, your animal is cold. We recommend that you keep your cats indoors, and your dogs should be indoors when the temperatures are really cold. If you have them in a dog house, we have lots of information on our website about making sure you have lots of things like straw as a natural insulation that keeps them warm. Make sure that their water bowl is fresh and that the water is not frozen. If it gets really cold, you really need to bring them indoors.
Perfect. That's great.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see. So this is just kind of going to be off the record. This is more like B-roll, but
You can go 10. Okay. I may start.
okay. Can you just tell me the most rewarding part of your job?
Okay. Sometimes you find yourself, for whatever reason, becoming attached to a particular animal. You've just noticed it. You've had maybe out in my position, or maybe I've taken it to television and talked about it. And a couple of weeks ago, I got to know a cat named Ricky Tikki Tabby. And he went with me to TV. I took him to an exhibit, and I was just talking to some adoption staff. And I said, "Did Ricky Tikki Tabby get adopted?" It had been about 3 or 4 days since I have seen him. And they said, "Yes, he got adopted the other day." And before I knew it, I was jumping up going, "Yay, yay!" And I thought, whoa. I hadn't even realized that I'd gotten that attached to that cat. So it is just knowing that some of the animals we see here are going home.
That's good. Okay. Now, if I could just get you interacting with the cats or maybe a dog.
Okay.
Let's see. So interview's over. The hardest